You kept giving chances, and they kept giving reasons to walk away. But you didn't. Not because you couldn't see it, but because you didn't want to accept it. So you stayed. You stayed after the first red flag. You stayed after the second. You stayed even when it became a pattern, because you believed people change. That if you're patient enough, understanding enough, they'll realize your value. But they didn't. Because change doesn't come from your patience. It comes from their intention, and they didn't have it. But you ignored that. You kept focusing on their potential instead of their actions. And that's where you got stuck. Because potential is not reality. It's just hope. And hope can keep you in the wrong place for too long. You saw the inconsistency. You felt the distance. You noticed how things were no longer the same. But instead of leaving, you made excuses. They're just going through something. They don't mean it. They'll come around. But they didn't. Because people don't suddenly wake up and become who you need them to be. They show you who they are, again and again. And every time you ignore that, you move further away from your own truth and closer to losing yourself. That's what happened. You started ignoring your instincts, that feeling in your chest telling you something isn't right. You silenced it, because listening to it meant walking away, and you weren't ready for that. So you stayed, even when it hurt, even when it drained you, even when it stopped making you happy. Because you thought, if I just hold on a little longer, it will work. But it didn't. Because holding on doesn't fix something that's already broken. It just delays the ending and makes it hurt more. Because now, you're not just dealing with the truth, you're dealing with the time you lost, the energy you gave, the parts of yourself you sacrificed for someone who never planned to stay. And that realization hurts deeply, because now you see it clearly. All the signs, all the patterns, all the moments you ignored, they were always there. You just chose not to see them, because seeing them meant accepting something painful, that they were never going to be who you needed, no matter how much you gave, no matter how long you stayed, no matter how hard you tried. And that truth is hard to accept. But once you do, everything changes. Because now, you stop chasing potential. You stop holding on to hope that isn't backed by action. You stop ignoring reality, and you start choosing yourself. You start listening to your instincts. You start respecting your limits. You start walking away when something doesn't feel right. Because now you understand, love is not about how long you can endure pain. It's about how quickly you recognize when something isn't right and have the strength to leave. Even when it's hard, even when it hurts, even when you don't want to. Because staying in something that keeps hurting you will always cost you more. More time, more energy, more of yourself. And you've already given enough. So this time, you don't stay. You don't ignore the signs. You don't make excuses. You walk away. At the first sign that your peace is being disturbed. Because now, you value yourself more. More than your attachment. More than your fear of losing them. And that's growth. That's strength. That's choosing yourself. And once you reach that point, you never go back.